Very good morning to all. So thanks for coming despite of very challenging weather, and that shows that your affinity towards ChipEdge over these years. Thank you. And I have a great challenge, and Venkat has done a remarkable decade of experiments, his personal passion converted into some social obligation. That was a very interesting piece of character and quality interested me. You know, they are already having a very strong network of friends and business colleagues. I'm a little odd, okay? The common link is Anil, because I have another 3 decades of experience. I struggled and experimented a lot. It's a complete contrast with what Venkat did. I was all the time in the technology side, went into corporate, brought some, first of its kind. When I started my automotive business, I started with Ashok Leyland, only 4 wheels and steering and the engine. There is no electrical system also, not even electronics. Then I have to switch after 10 years into supporting Ford and General Motors to India. We had a big challenge. We had only 2 car models, and we have to design Hummer 2 as the first project. So it's very interesting, you know, like how to bring the knowledge, because we have fantastic engineers here. We need some kind of a teaching to get into the global standards. That was my first assignment. And then successfully, those days, we exported more people than the products or deliveries. You know, like there is no ecosystem available. So I had a team of 500 people, but my offshore or the on-site team is 1,000 plus. So they are all in different car companies. That gave a confidence that India can do. Then with that experience, I came to aerospace, being a mechanical engineer and turned into a system engineer. This is one area left out on the chip design, but I'm learning along with all of you. So what I am promising here is, see where Venkat brought here, you know, it has to go for a long way. It is a very, very interesting technology. I can compare this with the medical, etc. So the new chapter begins. First of all, thanks for inviting me to be part of this board and taking this challenge. Thanks to the board of directors. So while we are celebrating the journey, 12 years is not an easy thing, because you would have heard from Venkat how we went through. So far, you know, like we have managed to get around 4,000 plus, 4,500 plus engineers. But this is the past, okay? Now we need to feed forward, not feedback, because this can go into the archives. But what we are going to do as a feed forward, many of you know the new term is no more feedback. It's always feed forward, because it's a history. Sorry, I thought of putting some quiz. Maybe because of time, we will do during the tea break, just to keep you alive. So, as you heard from Venkat, it is not a business. It is a kind of a vision, you know, with the commitment. The commitment is the very important thing. Foregoing with all other things, but he want to go in his goals. Sorry. The focus is, you know, like working on innovative and hands-on, because in electronics, you are not going to see many things. If you are a mechanical engineer, you can touch and feel, drop, and sense, smell, all those things. But we are in an industry where everything is logical, and your VLSI itself had a very large scale of small diodes. That much of electronics is my awareness. So to bring the skills, it requires a very, very strong foundation and collaboration with the industry experts. So with this, we started. Now, how we can scale, that's important. You know, like we have a prototype, we have a model, we can generate every month or every quarter 100 skilled engineers, but the demand is much more than 100. So now we need to have a confluence of technologies and tools to how to scale this up without compromising the quality. So key contribution to the system, which is remarkable, 12 years back, there is no discussion about semiconductor fab in India, but India produces the quality engineers. They produce quality chips for the rest of the world, okay? And later they started doing this from India as a offshore services. But all these things are, our signature is there in the flagship companies in this industry. Now, it is time for us to go to the next step. You will be hearing a lot of discussions happening from the government that there is going to be a fabrication. I know that it is going to take a long time. When I started my earlier career, okay, for example, Make in India, Rafale plan, still we are not able to make it. I did a longest project plan for 25 years, but it didn't take off because such a complex environment it is. I can relate chip industry also very similar to that. What is important here is we have started. It will have a long way. I'm waiting to hear very interesting speech from Dr. Satya and other things because they are going to deliberate that. Continuous evaluation is the key for the industry demands. But for us, like how Venkat put 12 years before, an ambitious plan to bring this service to the industry. Now, along with my colleagues and friends, we are taking how to reduce, like what we did in 12 years, 4,500, close to 5,000, cut half, Moore's law. Half the time, double the number of engineers. That is the oath we are taking it. Definitely, we want to put ourselves into this task with the support of well-wishers. And this is not possible one-on-one, like first we need to create a community, interact, deliberate, get the feedback, because industry, academia, and skilling institutes like us definitely join hands. But I put a number because I like always put the dot on the moon. Then only we can draw a line and work on that. So we put a number. We need to go in next 5 years, produce high quality 10,000 engineers is my ambition. And I'm confident with the support and advice of the directors and the staff, we will be able to achieve it. So, core programs, I don't want to get into the details, but very important thing is we need to move from the college classroom to, take it from the industry because they are always visualizing what is coming in the forward. So we need to take it into, and we, ChipEdge kind of organizations should interface this properly. I think hands-on approach is slightly missing, which we need to improve, bring more use cases, problem statements could solve this problem. And placement opportunities is very essential, but that is not the only criteria. When we focus on other skills and absorption capability, placement is a byproduct. So real world impact, I just want to once again reflect this 12 years of existence, the graduates in our country who got associated with us or the similar institutes definitely contributed to the development of cutting edge products, because if each one of you walk through your memory lane, definitely you will see when you started to now, your contribution would have been in a product and sold in millions. That's a pride. And students are a little bit clear. We are not reaching that percentage, but still it's a good thing, students are able to touch and feel that whatever efforts they are putting, it takes them to a good job. I'm also looking beyond this, okay? You got your first job, but you go to conferences, you get to know about your industry. Probably if you are in a training industry, you go to a service company, from service company to the product company in a healthy way. So this kind of a network will definitely pave way for that. I'm not encouraging for, cross-poaching from the brands, but I'm saying a very open discussion, okay? And we also need to understand, because I'm a person who experimented myself. I started as a mechanical engineer, not even a graduation from diploma. Then when I went to the product company, I felt that I need to upgrade my skills. But instead of focusing on mechanical, I went into the digital skills. So from BITS Pilani, I did my bachelor's and master's in a distance learning program. Then I found that I went into a different industry, from a truck industry to car industry, then aerospace. What is common is your continuous upskilling. And even now, I'm a student. I'm doing my PhD in cognitive artificial intelligence, how to abstract the human intelligence into the systems. This is applicable not only for chips, everywhere it is there. So most important thing is we need to be aware of all these technologies, and there's going to be a special panel discussion on few of these topics. And you can't do alone. You know, we are in an industry, it is an ecosystem. This I learned very much from the automotive industry, aerospace industry. In aerospace industry, they talk different language, their drawings are in different language, but all of them work on interface points to make such a huge aircraft engineering, okay? Expanding partnership with the research institutes, and we need to think beyond specialized programs, because we, as institutes, we need to have a flavor for future topics as well. Of course, Venkat thanked, and we are also thanking through various forum, you know, like a thanks to for alumni, because of you, we are getting an experience, and every batch we learn, not only you, okay? That pushes us to get into curriculum. We also collaborate with the industry and academia in terms of, you know, like how we can go beyond our ChipEdge campus also. We did some experiment with the local university here. And strong industry and academic partnership, I've been talking for the last 25 years in various domains, okay? This is very, very important. In my early career, I was a project guide for more than 300 projects, because every time I become a guide, I learn a lot. But students think that I'm contributing something. It's not the case. Every student comes with a very brilliant and, you know, like a new idea, because they never got these problems. For them, it's only how to innovate. But as an experienced engineer, we always learn. So we continue to do that. Definitely we are going to do in ChipEdge also. Partnerships with the university, because sometimes, you know, what happens, our association with the university is a point-to-point. It's not going to help. So we need to have a long-term relationship. That means we need to work together for the improvement of skills, not only the students, but also to the faculty development. End of the day, because I'm a person who has seen this in the last 3 decades, how it is helping to the community individually as well. And it's not you know, like a punctual or one sort of things, you know, like you go to some seminars, and we need to have a very close association with a common mission that will take us. Looking ahead, definitely our focus, you know, like today everybody is talking in India, because starting from Prime Minister to the states, everybody is talking about what is the importance of VLSI. We personally see in many industries, for example, for lack of few power chips, several thousands of cars were not able to roll out of the factory. We had a very huge dependency. I think that has opened up the eyes of the government and many people. Let us start with the simple power chips, you know, like a homegrown chips. Afterwards we can go. Expanding the technologies also we have to use. I'm a big fan of digitalization and process automation. Today our problem is not the quality, but scale. How to scale, how I can train instead of 40 people, how I can do for 100 or 200 or 400, because that much of raw material is available with us. That's one point. And this we need to use it in our skilling programs also. So we have done a few such experiments in my past. I'm sure that I'm going to succeed in this skilling programs also. And commitment, you know, like the industry's growth, we have to first have a commitment and show our interest, and the industries will definitely come and support us. So with these few words, I welcome you all again for this. It's a dual event. We are celebrating our 12 years. At the same time, we want to create this platform. I'm going to talk to you again how this can further go into building a community or a network which can have a long-lasting relationship. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day.